Hey, what's going on YouTube? You're styling with Dr. Faden Style. Now, I'm going to show you how to go in and just do a simple gentleman's cut on this guy right here. I'm starting off with my 1.5 detachable blade on my Super ZR2s. And I'm just going up from the nape area just below the parietal ridge with a C-stroke motion. And I'm trying not to leave a hard line of demarcation. As a matter of fact, this right here is step one, the dry cut. It's part of the Johnny B authentic hair cutting process, whereas we have the dry cut, the wet cut, blow drying, and styling. So right here, everything is done dry. And like I said, that's with the 1.5 right at the occipital bone on the back and just below the parietal ridge on the side. And now the next thing I'm gonna do is get my number 2 detachable blade and right under where I stopped at with the 1.5, I'm gonna just do a C-stroke motion right on the parietal ridge. And you can see the C-stroke motion, I'm actually scooping out. So my attempt is not to leave a hard line of demarcation. Now the thing about the demarcation, once you put it in, if you put a hard line in, it's gonna be very hard to take out. Really, it's not gonna be hard to take out. I can't say it's gonna be hard to take out, but it's gonna take some time for you to take that line out. So you always want to make it real light. So your fade, so now when you come back, your fade can be easier to do. All right. Now I took the number 2 detachable blade off, and I'm about to put the 1.5 back on. And the reason I'm putting the 1.5 back on, I'm grabbing my Johnny B fade comb, which is taken down to a half, so it's not as thick as all the other fade combs. And I just lay it right on the parietal ridge, and I just go right across with the 1.5 just to remove that bulk right there. As you can see, I just go all around on a parietal ridge, and I lay the comb flat onto the head. Now, one thing I do is I actually go across, come back, and now you can see that I hold it diagonal, and I just go up. This right here actually helps with a nice transition. And definitely follow me on Instagram at Dr. Faden Style. That's at Dr_FADENSTYLE. Okay, now I'm gonna put my comb back. Now remember, I went across, I came diagonal, and I'm gonna lay the comb flat again. Now I'm gonna go in an upward position, almost like going toward the ceiling, just to go in and refine and clean up my fade around the parietal ridge. And as you can see, the fade is starting to come out a little more better. So basically, it's not too much, not doing nothing real drastic, just keeping it real classic. All right, now I'm gonna outline the hairline. So just add like a little framework. Nothing too hard. Just keeping it real simple. And you always want to use the ear as your guideline when you're doing the arch over the ear. You don't want to go too high over the ear. And on the neck, you want to make a line on the neck going upward toward the ear. So that ear is tell you exactly where to stop at. And you see, I'm actually turning the trimmer over and just lightly getting the hair off of the neck. You don't want to irritate the neck too much. And remember, this is still step one with the dry cut. All right, now you can see I have my Johnny B barber brush, and I'm just cleaning up the neck with the adjustable arm clipper using my master cordless from Andis. Now, with my master cordless from Andis, I actually have the fade blade on it. And I'm gonna just have small C strokes right here. I'll start it off with the 1 guard. Now I'm putting a 0 guard on it. And I'm just going to continue to clean the neck up. Now, some gentlemen, would prefer just to go in and get a line across the neck. But I think it's a more cleaner look if you kind of just polish the neck up, kind of blend it out some, and you can still add a line at the bottom of it. And you can see I went on and took the guard off. And I'm gonna just go and just tweak it a little bit. Here we go, taking the guard off. And I'm gonna just go with the bare blade and stay down at the bottom of the neckline. Nothing too drastic, nothing too heavy. And I'm gonna get the debris, the small hairs out of the way. So I use the Johnny B barber brush, and the thing about the Johnny B barber brush is sanitizable. So I recommend at least having 3 of these barber brushes around, so you can actually disinfect one. Now I'm using the Johnny B Authentic Hair Code B, which is our hair prep. Contains biotin and hemp seed oil in it. Good to add slickness to the hair, so you don't have to saturate the hair with water. And at this moment, you want to section the hair. So I spray the Johnny B Authentic Hair Code B into the hair, which allows me to section the hair. And the thing about it, if you think about it, once you spray hair into the water, water into the hair. I'm saying spray hair into the water, but spray water into the hair, with it starts to drip down onto the face. And you don't want that. So that brings us to step number 2, which is the wet cut. And the wet cut, you start off with the Johnny B Authentic Hair Code B. Also, we had Johnny B Control. And if you can see that I'm using our Johnny B Authentic Hair Texturizing comb. It has a unique hooking system, a unique hook on the end. It's almost like a rat tail comb on my texturizing comb. So I'm able to section in the hair, part the hair. And this is, like I said, one of those smooth, nice, classic looks. Oh, and look, by the way, go on and like and subscribe to my channel. I definitely have some more videos coming up. Yeah, this is gonna come out real smooth right here. But you gotta, and one thing is, when using products, knowing that you're about to use products, you definitely want to make sure and allow the customer to be aware that there's different gels and pomades out here for different activities. And me, I enjoy doing cuts like this. Always, 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 always make sure you cross check your work, because the thing is, you don't want to have anything, uneven on the top, nor uneven on the sides of the hair. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now that Johnny B Authentic Hair Code B, that hair prep, it is still in the hair, so the hair never dried out. So it allows me to go in and just continue to do my work on the crown of the head and the apex of the head. And then what I'm doing now, I'm kind of texturizing it around the parietal ridge of the hair. So now I do have thinning shears, but I like using this technique also. So if you can see, I started working from left to right, right to left. And just going to clean up right around the crown area. And always just make sure, just double check your work. All right, now I'm using a Johnny B Authentic Hair vent brush, and that leads us into step number 3, blow drying. So now I'm adding heat to it. So with the Johnny B Authentic Hair Code B, with that hair prep, it acts as let's say, as a base. So it's cool because it acts as a base, it gives a whole factor of a number 4. So now I'm able to style the hair, just going to add a little style to the hair while I'm blow drying it, get the hair into position. Then add a cool burst to the hair. Now, here we are at step number 4, styling the hair. And I'm using Johnny B Authentic Hair molding paste, which is a pliable clay. And with that right there, it has a nice hold to it. It's not too shiny, so it gives like a nice matte finish look to it. So now if you think about it, it's a difference between styling the hair with pomades or just slapping gel in the hair and just going. So if you want to style the hair, definitely I say use a pomade, and then you can use our Johnny B Authentic Hair Lifted, which is an aerosol spray. And they actually give more lift to the hair after you put the pomade in it. And it's not gonna give too much of a shine. So you still have that matte finish to it. And you just come back with the cold burst from the blow dryer. Still going to get that classic look. And you see I'm using that Texturizing, the Johnny B Authentic Head Texturizing Comb. Just going to get it styled in. Keep that style molded in, locked in. Now I'm using our Johnny B Authentic Hair Shampoo Paste, which is a 3-in-1. So you can use it as a shave paste. You can use it as dandruff shampoo, and you can use it almost like let's say something that you can put on the skin and just like relieve the skin, and use a hot towel with it, because you do have cinnamon oil, menthol oil, peppermint oil, and zinc perithian in it. So now I just actually take the hot towel and place it right on top of the Johnny B Authentic Hair Shampoo Paste. So now the customers actually feel that menthol oil and that peppermint oil seeping down into the skin. Gives a nice relaxing feeling to it. Going to remove that excess hair. And to finish it off, I use the Johnny B Authentic Hair PM Aftershave. Now we do have AM and noon, and that's the finished product right there.